Hey everyone, this is Chase of Rocky Mountain ATVMC here with our top 5 low-profile hydration packs for short rides and races. All right everyone, thanks for tuning in. If you are shopping for a low-profile minimalistic hydration pack that's going to get you through a shorter day ride or a race situation, well, you have come to the right place. Guess what we're talking about today? As you can see, we've got 5 great options up here on the table. I'm going to go through and briefly talk about each one, kind of talk about the features and benefits of them, why we selected them in our top 5, just to kind of help narrow down the search. And remember, when you find one that you like, if you want to learn more about these, we have product spotlights where I talk about them in full detail. But for this video, I'm going to need your help. I would love to know what pack you have, what you like about it, maybe what you don't like about it. That's really going to help other riders out. And remember, if you like this top 5, get subscribed to our YouTube channel, give it a thumbs up, hit that notification bell. That way you always know when we're releasing our latest top 5s, product spotlights, buyer's guides, you name it, we got it. So without further ado, let's get to pack number 1. All right, so to get started, pack number 1, this is the Hydro Pack coming from Fly Racing. So the Hydro Pack is going to be for the rider looking for a minimalistic, low-profile pack that's going to be affordable. The price on this is going to be about $40, but at that price, you're getting some great features. You're going to have a 2-liter hydration bladder that comes included. You'll also notice, too, you have 2 external pockets on this pack. You've got one up here at the top. You've got a long one down here along the side. You do have some pops of reflectivity here, so a little added safety feature if you are hitting the road. And then if you look at the shoulder straps here, they're lightweight, they are pretty thin, probably not going to be as durable as the other packs in our lineup, so just something to keep in mind. But you do have a sternum strap here, you can see, very basic. You're not going to have a waist belt on this pack, so one thing that I would keep in mind is when you do have this pack on and you're riding, probably not going to stay as secure to the rider's back as some of the other packs in our lineup. But overall, again, for $40, that's going to get you into a good low-profile, lightweight pack. It's going to carry your water and a few additional items and not break the bank. Pack number 2, this is the ERZBERG from Ogio. Now with the ERZBERG, you do bump up in price a little bit, about $65. But at that price, there are some features and some things that I do like about this pack. So first up, when we talk about construction, they use this heavy-duty nylon. It's kind of like a mini honeycomb ripstop material. Compared to the Hydro Pack from Fly we just showed you, this, in my opinion, is going to be much more durable because of that construction that you're getting. But when you look at the water bladder compartment, this is going to be more of a minimalistic pack. You're just going to have a 1-liter bladder on the inside. So again, for those shorter rides, those race scenarios, you're getting that 1-liter bladder. You do have one additional pocket here on the outside, so not as much storage capacity as you saw with that Hydro from Fly. But if you look at the harness system, here's what I really like about this. You can see how these harness straps work, more of like an X design, and you're going to have adjustability with the top and the lower straps. The center buckle here actually pivots. This is actually very similar to the USWE packs that we're going to show you. But what I like so much about this strap system is that when you put it on, it stays in place very well. So even when you're riding that really rough terrain and you're bouncing around all over the bike, this pack stays secure extremely well on the rider's back. That's one thing that I do like about it so much. Also on the inside, you actually have an insulation material, so that helps keep the heat away from the rider's back so it's not getting to the hydration bladder, just to help keep your drinks nice and cool. So again, that is the ERZBERG from Ogio. Very minimalistic, but remember, for your KTM and Husqvarna owners out there, they do make a version of this bag that is bike specific, or it just has a KTM or Husqvarna logoing on there. It's not going to say Ogio, but essentially it is the exact same pack. ERZBERG from Ogio. Pack number 3 is the XC Hydration Pack coming from USWE. Now USWE has been around a long time, and a lot of the top riders in GNCC, desert racing, work, whatever it might be, a lot of those guys are using USWE packs. The XWE has been around for a while, but it continues to be one of our top sellers year after year. It's pretty basic if you look at it. Price point, you do step up just a little bit from that ERZBERG we just showed you. You're just over $70. But for me, I think the XC kind of hits the sweet spot as far as size goes, and also the water capacity. So you're getting a 1.5-liter water bladder in here compared to the 1-liter we just showed you from the ERZBERG. But aside from that, pretty basic. You're just going to have the one pocket up here on the top, which has your bladder. Now there is a media pocket on the inside, but I want to warn you, the media pocket is not very big. I have an iPhone 7. Just a regular, it's not the big one, and it actually does not fit into that pocket, so just something to keep in mind. But you'll notice here that if your MP3 player or your phone, even if you don't use that media pocket, you do have this grommet here, so you can route your headphones through there. Looking at the strap system, like I said, similar to that ERZBERG we just showed you, and just like that Ogio, this stays in place incredibly well. In fact, USWE calls it no more dancing monkey. That's what they call the strap system. So once you have it on, you have it secure. It does not move. It does a great job. And then you can see your sip tube. You can route it down the left or the right side. And lastly, you'll see you do have some pops of reflectivity on both sides. Again, added safety feature if you're hitting the road. Again, that is the XC Hydration Pack from USWE. For me, sweet spot when it comes to size and water capacity. All right, pack number 4. This is the 2.0 GPX Race Hydration Pack coming from Leatt. Just like the name says, they designed this with the racer in mind. So price point, you are going to bump up just a little bit. Now you're about 80 bucks for the pack, but there's some features about this that I really like. So the hydration bladder, it's 2-liter water capacity, so you're getting a little bit more water storage than the previous 2 packs that we just showed you. But here's something unique. When you look at the sip tube, you can route it down the right or the left shoulder, or what Leatt allows you to do that none of the other packs do, you can actually route it down the bottom through the left or right side. So 4 different ways you can route the sip tube. That's just going to come down to rider preference. Also, cool little tidbit here, if you look at the sip tube, it actually detaches right here, and this allows you to run the hands-free setup from Leatt. And what you do is you notice that you have this Velcro here, and what that's going to do is go between the cheek pad of your helmet and the shell, and then that allows you to run a hands-free setup with the sip tube routed inside the helmet. So for racing situations, that's going to be ideal. So that's your sip tube. You can see the straps, low profile, lightweight. They're going to be mesh. You can see you do have some padding here on the back to keep that separated from the rider's back. And then you have insulation material, again, keeping your drinks nice and cool. If you look at the front here, pretty basic. You're going to have this one pocket on the outside, gives you 1 liter of cargo capacity for additional storage. And then you have your main compartment with your water bladder. But here's what I want to show you. So you've got your water bladder, but here's what's cool is that this little sleeve comes included. This you can just use to organize any additional items that you might want to take with you. You see you have this little tab here that it just hangs on. So you just tuck that in there. Gives you some additional storage capacity other than the pocket on the outside that I just showed you. So again, that is the 2.0 Race Hydration Pack coming from Leatt. Lightweight, minimalistic, but a little bit more storage capacity, and you're getting that 2-liter hydration bladder. All right, pack number 5 is the Ranger 3 coming from USWE, one of the newer packs we're carrying from these guys. Now, the Ranger 3 price point, you're going to be just under the $100 mark, so this is the most expensive in our lineup, but there's some things about this that I really like. Now, if you're comparing this to the XC Hydration Pack that we just showed you earlier from USWE, same water capacity, you're 1.5 liters. The packs are about the same size overall, but here's the difference, and here's what I love so much about the Ranger 3. You notice here on the outside, you've got this little pocket. So you don't get that with the XC that we showed you. This, you can put some additional items, maybe your cell phone, a few snacks, smaller tools that you want to carry with you. So for a non-race scenario, when you want to carry additional items, you have the pocket. But what's cool is that in a situation like a race, when you want to go as minimalistic as possible, and you want to go low profile, not carry any additional weight, you've got these 4 buckles here. If I undo these, that allows this pocket to come right off. So in the scenarios that you don't want that, very easy to take off. And now you're just left with this minimalistic basic pack. If you look at the strap system, it's giving me the same as the XC that we showed you from USWE. Again, stays in place incredibly well. You can route it down left or the right side. You've got pops reflectivity like we saw. You also do have that insulation layer again to keep the body heat away from your water bladder. So again, this is the last one in our lineup. It's the Ranger 3. Great size, super low profile, but I love the detachable pocket that comes included. All right, everyone, thanks for tuning in to our top 5 low-profile hydration packs for short rides and races. Remember, I'd love to hear your feedback, so if you have questions or comments, leave those below. We'll get your questions answered. And to pick up your next pack, it's real simple. Click on the link or head over to RockyMountainATVMC.com. But if these packs are a little bit too small for your liking, we also have a top 5 for larger hydration packs, so watch that video to get some more great options. I'm Chase here at Rocky Mountain. We'll see you on the trails.